Betelgeuse, Betelgeuse. Well, while some people pronounce the star name as Betelgeuse, it is more commonly pronounced as Betelgeuse. And in a new study just put out, Betelgeuse might actually be two stars. So there is a belief that most massive stars are formed in binary star systems, which are star systems where two stars orbit around each other. And for red supergiants, those come from these massive stars, but only 20 to 40% of red supergiants have actually been found to be binary star systems. Now, this could be because the star was absorbed, or it's just hard for us to see them due to observational difficulties. But this is incredibly interesting, and one of the main red supergiants that we've looked at is Betelgeuse. Now, for Betelgeuse, there is basically these fluctuations that happen every so often. There's 4 different periods, and for the shortest of the 3, these are believed to be radial pulsation modes. So basically, it is these modes of a star where it kind of expands a little bit and then goes back in, kind of like a balloon. But there's one that is incredibly long, 2,200 days, which is around 6 years. And these modes are usually never that long, which implies that there is a companion. So throughout the 20th century, there were some different papers saying that there could possibly be a companion, but it really wasn't until 2 papers in 2024 where they gave more evidence that yes, there could possibly be a companion. And then there was a study of Howell 2025, and that one actually had basically images where it thought that it was able to get the companion star, get data on the companion star, but there was not a lot of confidence. It was very tentative because it only had a sigma level of 1.5, which is very low. But there is a new study, used the Very Large Telescope Sphere instrument. Yes, I know, very interesting naming. The telescopes have interesting names, but in the Very Large Telescope Sphere instrument, they were able to actually take an image of this companion, and they have a sigma rating of over 6, which is incredibly good. And so the reason why they're able to get this is they basically waited until the star got to its epoch of basically it is the location where it is furthest away from the star for us, so it's most off to the side, and they're able to take an image. And for this, now what they want to do is that they actually want to wait until it gets to the other side of the orbit, so in about 3 years, to be able to take an image. This is why it has been listed as a tentative candidate, that it's just a companion candidate. It's not 100% confirmed. But if this star is confirmed, what they think this star is that it has a distance of about 8.8 AU. That is about the distance between the Sun and Saturn. That is how close they are to each other. And it's thought that the star is around like 2.6 to 3.1 solar masses in size, so times the mass of our sun, and it would be a very young main sequence star. And so that's what they're kind of thinking. And so they need to wait for basically 3 years to be able to take a picture of it at the other epoch to show that, yes, it is orbiting around Betelgeuse, but we'll have to see what happens because they were able to take this data in 2024, which means they're not going to be able to take the data till 2027. And then it's going to take a few years for the paper, so we probably won't hear about this till 2029. So make sure to wait and look out on 2029 because it turns out that Betelgeuse might not be alone and actually has a star with it.